This is the Blink Wired Floodlight Camera, and it has a 2600 lumens bright floodlights, and also the camera has person detection. But there's always a but. Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Today we are going to review the Blink Wired Floodlight Cam. Now just a heads up, Blink has been left behind compared to other brands. And there's really nothing new or innovative about this brand and about this product. But if you're already deep into the Blink system, then this can be a good additional camera with floodlights for your setup. We are going to check out the features of this floodlight cam, do a quick unboxing, set it up, install, and check out its video and audio quality day and night, and run our tests and see if this Blink Wired Floodlight Camera is going to be a good option for your home. So the floodlight is 2600 lumens bright at 5000 Kelvin color temperature. It still records in 1080p at 30 frames per second in both daytime and at night, and with a 143-degree diagonal field of view. This needs to be installed in a 4-inch round junction box, 100 to 240 volts power input. This can only connect to a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi. It can connect to Blink Sync module, but it can also be a standalone setup. It can also record locally to the Sync module 2 with a USB drive, but to get all the features of this camera, you need to subscribe to their monthly subscription, even if you're grandfathered in to their free cloud recording, and I'll tell you more about this later in the video. This is weather resistant, but they didn't state the IP rating, and it works with Amazon Alexa. Inside the box, we have a quick start guide, and we have an earth-friendly paper packaging of its mounting screws, and you have a choice of them depending on your junction box. And that's good that the packaging is not plastic. We have an S-hook to hang the floodlight when wiring it in. We have a metal mounting bracket for the junction box. And we have the floodlight cam itself, and the floodlights are square, which I think it looks nice. And the body of the lights are metal. The base though is plastic, and also the camera. And this is not a repurposed Blink outdoor cam. It is a different camera. We have the camera lens, light sensor and infrared lights, the mic, and we have a PIR motion sensor here in the bottom. So even though that this is wired, it still uses a PIR sensor. And I'll tell you right now that its detection range is going to be limited, but we will see later on. We have a speaker here in the bottom, and this is attached to the base with a ball head mount. The floodlights you can adjust to the sides and also tilt up or down. On the back, we have the wires, green or ground, black or hot wire, and white or neutral wire. Lastly, on the top here on the camera, we have a reset or setup button. I'll be setting this up inside the house, but normally you have to install this first. I'm just going to wire this in with a plug. Open up the Blink app, click the plus sign on the upper right corner. Select Wired Floodlight Camera, and I'll just pick that it's already installed. Scan the QR code, which I'll use the one in the quick start guide. Here you can select if you want this added to your existing system or sync module. I'll create a new system for now, and I'll just name this floodlight. Click Discover Device, select your Wi-Fi network and type in your password. And because I was grandfathered in, I have the 7200 seconds free cloud recording, which I can use, but, and there's a but, and I'll show you. If you go to the settings, motion recording types, person detection is grayed out, and it says here that you need a subscription plan. Now, I didn't even get an option for a free trial, which it should have come with it. But I'm assuming because my account was grandfathered in. Anyways, I did sign up for their subscription plan for this review just to check and test out their person detection. Time to install this, which by the way, you can also install this floodlight under the eaves, ceiling, or horizontal install. Also make sure the power is off to the junction box that you're going to use for this floodlight. And I'll demo the wall install. Screw in the metal bracket using the 2 screws that you picked and will work with your junction box. Hang the S-hook to the bracket, and hang the floodlight on the other end so that you can wire it in. You have a green ground screw if needed, and this is mostly used if you have a metal box. I'll be using Wego connectors, and I'll just be connecting white to white, black to black, and green to ground. Tuck the wires in and insert the floodlight cam to the central screw on the bracket, and screw in the threaded Phillips nut to the central screw and tighten it to secure it in place. Position the floodlights in the camera, and you're done. Let's check the settings in the app. When you open up the app, you will see the snapshot of your floodlight cam, which it is manually set up by pushing this camera icon, and it will update it to the current snapshot. It doesn't change automatically. In here, you also have light control, on or off, but you're not in live view, and it doesn't show the status of the light if it is on or off. And if you turn it on, you will get a message that it is on, then it will disappear. On top, you can snooze the motion alerts and also turn on and off motion detection. Click on the video icon to get to live view, which loads up decently quick. And you have a better place for the light control, and if you turn on the floodlights, it will change the camera mode to full color. On the bottom here, you have an option to record the live view. You can start two-way talk, which is full duplex. Click more and you can turn on the siren or turn it off. And we have device settings. You can turn on motion detection, and we have motion recording types. If you want to record all motion or person detection, and because I'm now subscribed, I have this option. We have retrigger time, which is the minimum is 10 seconds to a minute. Change the sensitivity of the motion sensor from low to high, which is 9. And you can change the clip length of the recordings from 5 seconds to a minute. I'm not sure why up to a minute only. Remember, this is a wired camera. It should be more than that. Night vision settings, audio, quality, which set this to high to get 1080p at 30 FPS. As to floodlight settings, you can change the brightness. Also, there is a dusk to dawn mode or motion activated at night. And you can change the timeout times from 30 seconds up to 15 minutes. Time to do some testing. This is the video and audio quality of the Blink floodlight. Clarity test at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So this is the video quality of the Blink floodlight camera at night, and this with the floodlights turned on, and this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So this is the video quality of the Blink floodlight at night, and this with the floodlights turned off, and it has two infrared LEDs, and this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. This is in medium intensity on the IR light. We are going to test the motion alert notification speed of the Blink floodlight, and I'm on my LTE connection, and it is 1144. Let's check it out. Status light is on. That's pretty quick, but it doesn't have rich notifications, so you have to click on it to get to live view, and loads up decently quick. Now with the Blink floodlight, just like with other Blink cameras, it has a retrigger time, so it is 10 seconds, so it should be able to notify me again and detect me. There you go. That's pretty quick. We are going to test the maximum detection distance of the Blink floodlight, and as you know that it uses a PIR motion sensor, so we will see how far it is, and I've set the sensitivity to the highest and also person detection turned on. 40 feet. Nope, not at 40 feet. 35. Not at 35. 30. All right. Person detected at 30 feet. Cool. This is the audio quality coming out from the Blink floodlight cam. This is the audio quality coming out from the Blink floodlight cam. Well, what do you think, guys? I like the floodlight. It is pretty bright, and it does use the camera's motion sensor to activate it. As to the video quality, it is decent for a Blink camera. but still in 1080p. This camera could have been better and can be comparable to other wired floodlight cams if it didn't use a PIR sensor. Their Blink Mini is wired and doesn't use PIR. With this sensor, it limits the detection range of the camera, and also they didn't add motion zones. And I know, to get person detection, you need to be subscribed to their monthly subscription. But what I noticed though is even when I set to all motion on the recordings and notifications and the sensitivity to level 9, which is the highest, I didn't get any false notifications, which with my Blink Outdoor, I have to lower it to level 6 or 7. But even with that, I still get occasional false alerts. So for backyard use or to areas where you really don't need motion zones, this floodlight cam will work without subscription or without person detection. And it is pretty good in detecting non-person motion events and doesn't bombard you with false motion alerts. Great option if you are grandfathered in and have free cloud recording or you have a local recording set up. I'll be comparing this with other floodlight cams, particularly the Wise floodlight cam in my future videos because they are on the same price point, and see which is better. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.